Good morning, welcome to Catex TV. My name is Frank Fortunato. Today is Wednesday, March 18th, 2015. If you want to follow us on Twitter, go to Catex TV. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu apparently has won a fourth term as Prime Minister. Netanyahu's Likud party won 30 seats in the Israeli Parliament, the Knesset, out of a total of 120 seats. With this total of seats, he apparently is going to be able to cobble together very easily, from all reports, a coalition government, including far-right extremist parties and ultra-Orthodox parties as well. This will mean, according to his statements in the campaign, no deal with Iran, no Palestinian state ever, and increasing Israeli settlements in the occupied territories. All a harbinger of continued isolation for Israel, certainly from the United States, certainly from the Arab countries, and probably from the European Union. Mr. Netanyahu is going to supposedly announce his government possibly as early as today. In Tunisia, at least 7 foreign tourists have been reported as killed after gunmen targeted a museum in the Tunisian capital. There are unconfirmed reports that 2 people have been taken prisoner. The shooting occurred at the Bardo Museum, which is apparently on the Parliament grounds in central Tunis. The BBC is reporting that 2 militants are holed up inside the museum and may in fact have a hostage. Partner Re, the big insurance company, had given serious consideration into making a move into primary insurance. We reported this yesterday, but instead opted to merge. Actually, it instead opted to acquire its rival, Axis, which has about a 50-50 split in primary insurance and reinsurance. This revelation came out in a Securities and Exchange Commission filing. Apparently, Partner had decided that the best way to boost value creation for the company was to expand into the primary marketplace. The company decided that it did not have a significant market presence enough to be able to do this, and decided that what they needed to do was to acquire specifically Axis. They then approached Axis. Axis indicated that they were receptive to this, as long as its CEO, Albert Benchimol, became the CEO of the overall group, to which Partner agreed. That's how things happen, apparently. Kraft Foods is recalling about 6.5 million boxes of their original flavor, macaroni and cheese, because some of the boxes contain small pieces of metal. The boxes were sold throughout the United States and Puerto Rico and in some Caribbean countries as well as South America. Kraft says that it's aware of 8 incidents so far of consumers finding small pieces of metal, but no reports of any injuries yet. Here's an interesting story. This is happening in, of all places, Frankfurt, Germany, which is one of the most staid and conservative cities there is. But apparently there are about 10,000 protesters there right now, setting police cars on fire and having tear gas fired on them by police. This is all in connection with the opening of the $1.4 billion gleaming glass office tower, which is going to be the home of the European Central Bank. This is their new headquarters building. Barbed wire and roadblocks have been set up around the building, but a battle has apparently broken out in front of it. Rioters have set several cars, including 7 police cars, on fire. This all occurs 9 days after the central bank started buying sovereign debt in their 1.1 trillion euro plan to revive inflation and rescue the European economy. Protesters are blaming the recession and unemployment in the Eurozone on Angela Merkel, the German Chancellor, and the European Central Bank. Uber, the multi-billion-dollar valued ride-sharing company, is apparently under siege in both South Korea and France today. South Korea has arrested a pair of its executives. French police have raided their offices in Paris. In Korea, the situation is a little more serious. Seoul police charged the company's brand manager, other employees, and drivers for breaking the nation's transport law. They also had declared that Uber services are illegal and vowed to ban it. In France, the situation saw 25 policemen raid Uber's headquarters, seizing documents and cell phones. It seems as if South Korea and France are going to certainly go out of their way to ban Uber. The country has faced problems before in Germany, Belgium, and Brazil, but ultimately they do manage to prevail. Paris police have lowered speed limits throughout the city and ordered a halt to outdoor trash burning as part of an emergency measure triggered by a spike in air pollution that's just months before Paris hosts a major international climate conference. The police said this morning's order includes a 12-mile-per-hour reduction in speed limits on highways in the Metro Paris area. It comes after the state monitoring agency reported that air pollution rose to a, quote, high level under the European classification system. The 2-week UN climate conference starts in November, 8 months away. The Parisians are getting ready early. That's the news for today. If we have any breaking news, we'll come back and tell you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.